X would be would serve people's financial needs to such a degree that over time it would become, I don't know, maybe half of the global financial system.
Wow.
Or some big number.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the number is, but pretty big. So it would be by far the biggest sort of financial institution. But like I said, not really in the way that people are used to thinking about banks.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. But we're seeing the building of this digital transformation on a daily basis. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. As I'm doing this video, yield rates are moving up slightly. The dollar moved up slightly. In crypto, we have volume up. Of course, guys, in order to make a big move, either up or down, you have to have volume. We have Tether. We have USDC. Now, we have Putin signs law on introduction of digital ruble in Russia. And, guys, when you're looking at Russia and Ukraine, you know you're looking at a movie. Both countries have been moving fast forward in the fourth industrial revolution. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $1.77 trillion on Friday. And we know Jerome is in the house this week. And right now, I think the Dow is up like 10 straight days. But, guys, we know when Jerome is in the house, they like the stock market to look decent, at least while he's speaking. Now, if we get another rate hike, we know the market is going to pull back. But we know at the end of the year, we're going to start hearing those drums of beating. And the Fed is either going to cut rates in the fourth quarter or in the first quarter of 2024. We know we're seeing the global economy crumble. Higher rates for longer and all this inflation are hurting small banks and small businesses, which of course run this economy. And we know the Fed knows this. But we know the central banks want to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. Now we have the Federal Reserve of San Francisco is hiring crypto architect for a CBDC project. And guys, we know these stable coins are not only going to be programmable, they're going to be pegged to a CBDC. And I'm going to get into that later on in the video when I speak about Elon and Sam Altman's World Coin. But guys, do not forget about Grayscale sent about $25.1 billion on Friday. But getting over into a little crypto news. Now, we know after the verdict, the XRP was not a security. We had XRP pumping. And now we had XLM pumping. Of course, both of them pulling back right now. But we had XLM definitely catch up. Guys, we know they are definitely the same protocols. And lastly, guys, we have Elon Musk changes Twitter to X. And we know the new CEO is from the World Economic Forum. Remember, guys, X is a symbol of death and rebirth. And now we have Elon's friend, Sam Altman, launching WorldCoin, which we know they want to scan the iris and also giving proof of personhood, the difference between a robot and a human. And guys, don't forget, Microsoft helped fund ChatGPT from the beginning. And we know WorldCoin is an old project, but ChatGPT came out of nowhere for a reason. That put Sam Altman on the map. Remember, guys, this is all a plan. When we hear Elon Musk talking about banking and using the X platform, or whether you're looking at Facebook using a platform, remember, guys, they're just a platform to connect to the central bank system. Same as WeChat and Alipay. And then, guys, when you look at Starlinks, that connects the globe. Remember, banking the unbanked, enslaving the enslaved, because those people are really the free ones. In your mind, because you're in a system, you're thinking you're free. They're growing their own food, cooking their own food, having their own water supply, making a lot of their own clothes and shoes. And I remember in the United States, a lot of it was like that. But the fact is, we allow corporations to get so big, now a few of them control everything. And I'm talking about the whole globe. And the whole point of the fourth industrial revolution is to connect everybody like a number. You would just be a piece of the web. And we had Vitalik giving his opinion on WorldCoin, speaking about privacy, centralization, and security. But guys, we know it all can be hacked, but we know most hacking is an inside job. Think about it, guys. With all the evil agendas, do you want these people actually having your information? I think not. But the reason why the NWO chose this generation, because this is a generation that's farthest away from God, the Most High. And they have wore down all family values, the morals of this nation. So we know the millennials and Generation Z are going to fall for it. This is not for the older generation. They're working on the millennials and Generation Z. This is what this is for. So that's the reason why it's so important for the elders to teach. But unfortunately, the elders and the younger generation have been disconnected. Family has been destroyed, and it's destroyed for a reason, and we see why. And that's the reason why we're witnessing the fall of America to Babylon 2.0. And the rise of China, the dragon, with the emerging markets, with that digital yuan backed by that digital SDR. And remember, the crypto teacher wrote about and told you about a long time ago, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.